Magicians have a unique dilemma. The magician is the only person who cannot see the magic, because I know how the trick works. So the magician must wholly and completely take on the point of view of the audience. Perspective taking is the ability to see the world from the point of view of another person. For instance, I love the Rubik's Cube. They're actually easier to solve than you think they are. Take the stickers off, rearrange them, put them back in the right order. Yes, break the pieces apart, put it back together. I actually learned how to do this, and then I realized if you spin it really fast, it looks like it solves itself. So what just happened there? Well, I know that if I come out, mix up a Rubik's Cube, toss it in the air, and it comes down solved, you're all going to think I'm a jerk. I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to enjoy the experience of magic. So I make a few jokes. Take the stickers off, rearrange it, break the pieces apart. When I do that, you go, oh, I did that, my friends. We smashed it with a hammer. When that happens, you feel like I understand you. And when you feel understood, we make a connection. And then I can do the trick, and we can all enjoy the magic in that shared space. It turns out this technique has drastically improved my life off stage, outside of magic. I never had trouble meeting new people, making friends, getting into relationships. But I always struggled to maintain them. The people in my life didn't feel like I was invested in them. Now, that wasn't true, but it doesn't matter. It's not enough to care about somebody. It's not enough to understand them. They have to feel understood. And then I took this technique I had honed on stage, and I started using it outside of magic, and I realized I could make better, more meaningful connections with people. I met friends, incredible friends that have lasted years. I met a beautiful, fiercely intelligent woman, the love of my life. And I held on to that relationship. How do you do it? How do you do perspective taking? Well, relationships are primarily about emotional perspective. How is somebody feeling about our interaction? So if you want to get to know someone's emotional perspective, one of the simplest ways to do it, ask questions. Too often we're afraid to ask people questions because we feel like it will be rude or somehow they won't want to answer, but we underestimate people's willingness to answer our questions. It's important not simply to ask questions, but to listen to the answers and listen to understand. Don't just listen to respond or to reply. You've heard it before, and we're all guilty of it from time to time, but too often we listen to people only with the intention of coming up with something clever to say, so as soon as their lips stop moving, we can jump in and say our thing. You know why we forget people's names? Because while they're telling us their name, we're thinking about how we're going to say ours. First name, last name, Mr. Miller, Brian, put out your hand. We're not listening. We're on our end of the conversation only. Ask questions, listen to understand the answers. When you do that, I think you'll find you can make better, more meaningful connections with people, personally and professionally. It drastically improved my life, and I really believe it can improve yours.